결혼은 언제쯤 하시고 싶으신지.
결혼 대략 한 35세 정도?
35세요? 아, 꽤 남았네요.
Sometimes, in the middle of all the noise, scandals, breakups, PR statements, and rushed celebrity announcements, there comes a love story that feels almost unreal in how quiet, steady, and beautifully uneventful it is. And that's exactly why the relationship between Shin and Kim Woo-bin has always felt like a gentle reminder that real love doesn't need dramatic plot twists or public declarations. It just needs two people who continue choosing each other in the background, even when the world isn't watching. And now, with their recent marriage announcement, their entire timeline suddenly feels like one long, comforting K-drama that unfolded in real life without ever trying to be one. Their story technically began around 2015, not because fate threw them into a drama together, not because they were paired as leads, but simply because two top stars ended up working on the same commercial shoot, just a casual CF set, nothing fancy. And yet something from that day quietly continued even when the cameras stopped rolling. And soon after, their agencies confirmed that they were dating, which in itself was shocking because Korean agencies almost never confirm anything that easily, but with them it felt honest, mature, and strangely refreshing, like they didn't want to start their relationship with secrecy or denials or half-statements. They just decided to acknowledge it and then move on with their lives. And that's what made their early relationship so unique. They didn't use it for publicity. They didn't become a couple brand. They didn't do unnecessary couple photo shoots or social media moments. Instead, they stayed private, extremely low-key, and so stable that fans almost forgot they were a celebrity couple because there was absolutely no drama attached to their names. But everything changed in 2017 when Kim Woo-bin was suddenly diagnosed with nasopharyngeal cancer, a moment that could have easily shaken any relationship, especially one under the spotlight. And yet this is the phase that actually solidified their story in the eyes of the public. Because Shin didn't make emotional public statements or go for attention-grabbing gestures. She just stayed, quietly, steadily, consistently by his side through treatment, hospital visits, long breaks, and uncertainty. And that calm loyalty became the moment fans realized this wasn't a typical celebrity romance. This was something stronger, something grounded, something that could carry real weight. And through all of this, their careers kept growing in their own natural ways. Shin delivering hit dramas, Woo-bin slowly returning to acting after recovery, and then in 2022, when they finally appeared in the same project Our Blues, even though they weren't playing a romantic couple together, fans were just happy to see them in the same universe, because their off-screen love added an emotional layer to everything they did on screen. Fast forward to 20th of November 2025, when their agency AM Entertainment officially announced that after 10 years together, they're finally getting married on December 20th in an intimate, private ceremony with only close family and friends. And to make it even more beautiful, Woo-bin shared a handwritten letter to fans, thanking them for supporting him through the hardest phases of his life and for letting him grow into a person who now gets to start a family with the woman he loves. And honestly, this announcement alone sent the fandom into one of the most wholesome meltdowns I've seen in a long time. And before the tabloids could twist anything, their agency immediately clarified that Shin is not pregnant, and the wedding is not rushed, not forced, not reactionary. It's simply the natural next step in a relationship that has already proven itself over a decade. What happened next is something we rarely see online anymore. Fandoms across Korea, India, Southeast Asia, everywhere, all reacted with pure happiness. No division, no arguments, no negativity, just a collective outburst of, finally! This feels like a win for all of us. Their love story is more beautiful than any K-drama, and they deserve this after all they've been through. You almost never see the internet united like this, and yet here we were, watching a fandom celebrate two people whose biggest scandal in 10 years was simply loving each other quietly. Their marriage announcement also created an immediate impact on the industry. Their search trends skyrocketed, old interviews began circulating again, edits and fan cams resurfaced, people revisited Shin Min's iconic roles from Hometown Cha-Cha-Cha and Oh My Venus. While Woo-bin's Uncontrollably Fond and Black Knight started trending again, It was like their individual filmographies got a fresh wave of emotional value simply because viewers now understood the real love story that had been happening behind all those years of character portrayals. And what makes their relationship stand out, even today, is how consistent it has been. No breakups, no scandals, no overexposure, no PR manipulation, just stability and maturity, almost like they made a silent pact to protect their love from the industry, and after 10 years of quietly navigating fame, illness, recovery, comeback, and life together, they finally reached this milestone. So when you look at Shin Min-ah and Kim Woo-bin now, not as actors but as two people who have grown up, healed, survived, and stayed together, their story becomes a reminder that the softest, calmest love stories sometimes turn out to be the strongest ones. And maybe, in a world filled with loud romances and temporary headlines, this is exactly the kind of ending we all needed. And as they step into this new chapter after a decade of unwavering love, strength, and quiet loyalty, all we can really do is wish Shin Min-ah and Kim Woo-bin a lifetime of the same calm happiness they always chose for each other, both on the brightest days and through the storms they've already survived together.